I strongly believe government can pay the minimum wage of 100,000 or a little bit above that, and I mean the federal government. The question is, how many states can pay that money? Even though with what state collects today, they can pay, but it would mean that most states, we have nothing left for infrastructure or their capital expenditure. Here is it. When we make policy, it's important for us, and I also speak to labor, it's important for us to know what implication we follow. Today, unlike what we have done before, where we share 1.1 to 1.4 trillion at FAC, today we are sharing about 1.8 trillion to about 2 trillion plus at FAC. Now, what we do not know, that even though as government we are having more money, but the economy is becoming tougher for the people. It's becoming real stress for people. Now that the people want more money, especially organized labor, those who work within this federal structure, I mean federal, state, and also local government structure, and we have to pay them more money. Now, if we remove such money at, say, 90, 100, 120,000 as minimum wage, recall that we are still talking minimum wage. A university professor today is earning an average of about $10. You know, in Nigeria, that is not what you pay people outside this environment. Did I say 10? Maybe $8 per day as a university professor. That's not what you pay outside this environment. So when the minimum wage is adjusted, it will now have implication on all of those. When government don't compensate accordingly in ratio, what you are going to have is that by next year, ASU will go on strike. When ASU says they want to relax their strike, the NMA will go on strike. When NMA say they want to, so you are going to have series of strikes. If this is not compensated to adjust the true figure of what people were earning at the realm of 30,000, I did not just know this because it's a presumption. No, President Jonathan experienced it. President Buhari experienced it. So it's a pattern that you see from smaller component or sub-component of union. And just wait, I'm talking of about 28 thereabouts months from now. You are going to be seeing these unions go back. They will say, okay, if this is the minimum wage, it has not really reflected on our income. Then you are going to see doctors and nurses and pharmacists also have their disputes that no, the arrangement have to be different. And that is why labor needs to look at this holistically. If truly we would say an end has come to strikes and picketing and all other actions that are usually carried out by labor. But here is it. What should we have done? What should labor have done? And labor can start doing this from today. What should federal government have done? We need to agree to a minimum standard of education in Nigeria. Because when I earn income, on what do I spend it? I have to pay school fees. Can I have quality primary education that is relatively free? So that my income will be used on other things?